and my name is Ira Doodles. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about mental health, some art bits, and also my pets. I hope you had a great week. I had such a good week this week because for the first time the kids are coming back to school, and a lot of you know that I am a primary school teacher, and my kids, my minions, my little students, they are finally back at school where I am so happy to see them again. That's why I had a really great week last week because I got to see all my students again. Hi, and those of you who are watching today, hi! I'll see you guys next week in class. I know in my last video I promised you guys an art tutorial for art therapy, but my tripod hasn't arrived yet, so I'm not able to do it this week. Hopefully maybe it'll arrive next week and I'll get to show you how to start doodling. But for today, I promised some of my students that I'd show them my pets. And a lot of you guys on Instagram, on Twitter, you guys DM me saying that you love my pets, and I love them so much too. So I wanted to share you why I got them, where I got them, how old they are, and all of these information about them that I haven't shared on my socials yet. And maybe, just maybe, some of you, after watching this, you're like, oh, maybe I want a bird, maybe I want a cat, and I all for it. So just stay tuned and have fun. At first, I adopted Sebastian's mom. One night, we saw a kitten outside of our house in the rain, and we brought it in. It was a gray kitten, and I really wanted a cat back then, but my dad was like, no. Dads. So I kept the cat, and I named her Mousy. And Mousy stayed in my room for 3 weeks, and my parents didn't know anything about it until I came out to my dad and say, oh, actually I've been keeping this cat in my room for 3 weeks. And he decided, okay, let her stay. And Mousy gave birth to 3 kittens, one of which is Sebastian. So I kept Sebastian because she was the most timid one and she was the most scared. She was scared of everything. That was 8 years ago. Sebastian is now 8 years old. Sebastian is just a regular cat. I don't know why when she became an indoor cat, her fur became really pretty and she really bulked up, and she looks like this expensive cat, and a lot of people come to me and say, oh my god, how much did you buy that cat? No, actually I saved its mom, and now she grew into a pretty cat. Anyway, you don't know what you're gonna get. Just save cats, okay? The thing is, with her name, I thought originally Sebastian was a boy because when they're small, they kind of look like they have like those thingies, and then suddenly she grew up and she's like, oh no, I'm a girl. But then she already knew her name, so I'm like, it's okay, it's just a name, it's just a name. So that's why her name is Sebastian. I called her Sebi, I called her Gemot, Betchen, I called her Bulat, and all those names that we usually call our cats, So the second pet that I got was Chico. I don't know if you can see Chico here. Chico is in heat right now, so I'm not able to hold him. And for reptiles, you really have to respect their boundaries. If they let you touch them, you touch them. If they don't, then you just leave them alone. So right now, Chico is a bit grumpy today, and Paddle has not been helpful. She's been biting him. She's been nibbling on him for a while now, and he doesn't like it. No, not one bit. Not one bit, Paddle. Chico, I got him in 2017. In 2016, I got diagnosed with depression. I wanted something to look forward to. I was babysitting my friend's Iguana in 2016 and I fell in love with her Iguana. I just fell in love. And in January of 2017, I actually bought Chico, who was like so tiny. He was like this small. I think he was about 5 months old. I bought him with a license and microchip from an exotic shop. You can only get iguanas in Malaysia from an exotic shop. You cannot adopt an iguana in Malaysia because iguanas are protected species, and in Malaysia to own one you need a permit, a license, and a microchip, and this license cannot be amended, cannot be transferred to someone else. So that's why you cannot adopt an iguana from someone else in Malaysia. If you are unable to keep your iguana, because they live for up to 25 years, if you are unable to keep your iguana, you have to surrender that to the official wildlife body of Malaysia, which is Perhiliman. Chico has a license. His license costs me 5 ringgit per year, which is cheap. He's very low maintenance because he only eats vegetables, so very low maintenance. A lot of people ask me, why do iguanas need a license in Malaysia? Well, iguanas aren't from Malaysia. They're not native species of Malaysia. So we don't want them to become invasive species. So invasive species are species that are not from the native land that can kind of mess up the ecosystem that you already have. For example, if an iguana were to breed in Malaysia, and they are very capable of living in Malaysia in our climate because it's a natural climate for them, and if they breed, they can produce a lot of numbers of iguana, and these iguanas will eat all the vegetations that our native species need to eat. And if they eat all of the vegetations, then our native species won't be able to eat and they will die out. So we don't want them to become invasive species. That's why the government said everyone needs a license to have an iguana. I think that's one really good rule, in my opinion, to have this licensing in Malaysia so that we preserve our natural wildlife. And lastly, my last pet. Actually, I had a lot of pets before, but the ones that I only have right now are my 3 pets now. But before I had 5 snakes, I had 2 chinchillas, but I had to give them all away when I got married. But it's okay, I'm really happy with the ones that I have right now. And so the last one is, you guys know Paddle, who is sleeping right now on my shoulders. Yes, Paddle is sleeping. I got Paddle about almost 2 months ago, so very, very new. I got him like 3-4 days after my divorce, and I knew that when I was diagnosed with depression, Chico helped me so much, but now that he's more independent, he doesn't really need much care. But I thought that I wanted to care for something like I did with Chico so that I can cope with my divorce. And I thought I've always wanted a bird. I've never had a bird before. I've always wanted a bird. And I straight away, 3-4 days after my divorce, I went and actually bought a tiny baby bird from a breeder. So I bought this little one. I bought this little paddle pop from a breeder when he was about, I think, 2-3 weeks old. He didn't have a lot of feathers yet. He had pin feathers. He was bald and pink, and he only had a bit of feathers, and he was still being fed. So I fed him 3 times a day. I had to go to school, brought him to school because I needed to feed him during school time also. I fed him baby formula for birds. It's kind of like a Nestum thing that you would just put water and then you feed it with a spoon. I fed little Paddle Pop for about 3 weeks until he grew out all his feathers and also until he was able to eat proper food. He's now eating seeds, which is not very healthy for birds. Only seed-based diets are not healthy for birds. They need to eat fruits and vegetables more than seeds. But right now, Paddle doesn't really like fruits and vegetables. He tries some, but I'm trying to get him to warm up to eating fruits and vegetables. We're getting there. And a lot of you follow me on Instagram, saw and follow Paddle's training. I've been training Paddle for free flying. Free flying meaning that he can fly outside and come back to me at command. But we are doing baby steps. He has mastered the step up, which is to step onto my hand, and he has mastered the recall, which is staying in one place, and when I call him, he will come and fly to my hand. And he also has mastered the boomerang, which is from my hand, he will go and fly around and then come back and land on my hand. And last night, he managed to do blind recall. Blind recall is when you call the bird from somewhere that they cannot see you, and when you call, they come. Come on, Paddle, you can do it. Over here. Oh my God, you did blind recall. And I'm so proud of Paddle. Do you want to wake up? Do you want to wake up? No? Do you want to wake up? Do you want everyone? Oh, you're so sleepy. Paddle has helped me so much in controlling my emotions the past month and a half because he's always with me while all my other pets are sleeping, while Chico is outside sleeping, while Sebastian is sleeping during the day. This little one here, always with me. When I cook, he'll be on my head. When I go to the shower, he'll be in the shower. So wherever I go, he wants to go. Taking care of all my pets have given me a routine, and a routine is very, very important for those who have anxiety like me, because you're able to predict what your day is going to go like. And for my routine, every Saturday I would do my video. Every single Saturday I would clean all the cages. I would clean Chegu's cage. I would bring him inside just for him to take a look around, be indoors in the aircon for a bit because outside is pretty hot. And also I'll clean Paddle's cage. Also I'll clean Sebastian's poopy bin. So these are all the pets that I have right now. I know people are asking, what are you gonna get next? What are you gonna get next? For now, maybe this is it because I'm living in quite a small apartment and I have a roommate, so I don't want for her to be more uncomfortable with pets because she's not really a pet person. But she puts up with it, so I'm really glad. I recommend, if you suffer from mental illness, if you have anxiety, to have a therapy pet. Like, I regard all my pets as therapy pets because they have helped me so much in my mental health journey. And if you think that you are able to, or you are interested in getting a pet for yourself, for your kid, make sure you do your research so that you can give them the proper care. Caring for something or someone helps you care for yourself also. So for me, when I trained Paddle, when I was caring for Chico, I had to be really patient. I had to control my emotions because sometimes anxiety can make you impatient. But trying to take care of these animals really taught me how to be patient, really taught me how to control my emotions in a good way and regulate my emotions to give out positive outcome. So that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I wanted to share with you. If you are interested in getting a therapy animal, please make sure that you do all your research, you get them from a reputable place. Animals are not for you to buy and then abandon when you don't want them anymore. So know your commitment is a commitment, and know your ability to take care of your pets, because if you love your pets, they will love you back. If you are patient with them, they will give you all the love that they have to make you happy. And when you're happy, I am happy, my pets are happy, everyone is happy. I keep on saying this every video, but yeah, Everyone needs to be happy. So that's it for this video. I hope my tripod comes in next week so I can show you guys how to doodle. And I hope you like this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. Also, I'll see you next week. And don't forget to be happy. And remember, I love you so much.